Hello everyone. Lisa Lee from the Hong Kong Metropolitan University, and I am an associate professor there. And right now, I'm serving as a visiting academic fellow at University of Cambridge. So actually, I'm working with Professor Zaki on the digital service transformation in luxury hotel. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to talk about it. As you can see my title, my research and my sharing is very focused on industry-specific information like tourism and hospitality business. So hopefully my sharing today will be from more like social science angle, will add a different perspective to the webinar. Okay, so here's my research agenda. So first of all, I talk about some AI application in tourism and hospitality and more to real understanding. And then I've also talk about how the scholar in the field tried to understand this issue. And then based on my groundwork and understanding on the topic, I would talk about some insights for the industry practitioner and also for the research agenda for scholar to consider. Okay, the hospitality and tourism industry was once very dependent on human being, on the guest service and operation management. But as the market evolved, try to incorporate more technology, including AI, to enhance our offerings. For example, some of the lead pair, like youth hotels, starting from 2016, they try to transform all their hotel room into smart room, like say, for example, voice assistant technology and keyless entry.
Sorry, it seems your voice is breaking a little bit. I don't know whether this is because of the translation that happening on the slides downstairs. So maybe you can, yeah, so if you can try again. Yeah.
Sorry, is it better now?
Okay, let's go with it.
Okay. Hi, is it all right?
That sounds a bit better now. But
thank you so
okay,
much.
thank you. So maybe we'll just start here. All right. So we started to use a lot of AI in our real-world application. I'll just share about the Hilton story, and then I would like to share about quite interesting news to me. Like in 2017, the Marriott International, they introduced a high-tech shower doors, which with touch-sensitive glass, which means the guests during the shower, they can write their ideas on the door, and then they can send it them to their email while they are still in the shower. And the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic is definitely a turning point because of the nationwide travel ban and the social distancing norm. The industry have no choice but to adopt a lot of like digitalized service, including AI. So right now we can see that the advent of AI is omnipresent in all stages of the tourism journey. Like for the example, for the pre-arrival, AI can be used for marketing purpose, which the hotel can try to increase their bookings by displaying the most relevant guest review and the keywords on different social media websites. And during the stay, AI is very helpful to collect live customer satisfaction data. And post-date, after the stay, AI is very helpful to monitor the reputation performance by quickly capture and analyze guest sentiments and respond to the feedbacks on over hundreds of review sources, so as to reveal very important insights into the customer experience. So we can say that AI is not just reshaping, but it also reinventing how hotel interact with guests, streamline the operation, and plan for the future operation. So we can say that AI is really a game changer for increasing efficiency, innovation, and more importantly, personalization. So AI is really a big family of technologies that can recognize, analyze, act, learn, and demonstrate enhanced features of human intelligence. As you can see in this slide, there are generally 8 type of AI usage and application in the industry. So say, for example, for the search and booking engine, AI can really inform hotels about their real-time booking triggers.
Sorry, Louisa, again. Are you sharing the slide? Because we can't see the first slide.
Oh, okay. Is that all right now?
That's perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm talking about the search booking engine because AI can closely monitor the guest interaction and booking history, so it can help to identify potential cancellation risk. And for tourism demand forecasting, the AI algorithms help to analyze historical data, market trends, and other factors to optimize the revenue management strategy. So we can predict the demand, pricing fluctuation, guest preferences, so that we can help to maximize the occupancy rate and the room rates. And next we have the chatbots, which is a common talking point here. It's a catchphrase in hotel industry. So hotel companies use chatbots to address guest inquiry, especially on their digital websites and on their social media. And what next is the kiosk sales of the screen. So it has been used in a lot of in-room facility control so that we can optimize the energy usage and ensure guest comfort by adjusting the settings and based on occupancy and preferences. And robots and service robots is a very hot topic in the academic field. It can be used to do check-in check-outs, delivering in-room services, and also entertaining guests at very busy time. And next we have the service automation. So it's pretty much about voice-driven AI that makes it easier for guests to report problems rather than talking to a human staff in waiting in long queue. So it can allow the hotel staff to focus on more complex interaction with the guests at providing a higher level of service. And the last two applications, AR and VR, they have been extensively used in a lot of tourism attractions, like museum, theme parks, and zoo. And as for hotel, we only see some application in providing hotel tours for the rooms and for the meeting and event facilities. So tourism and hospitality industry are actually quite big, and it has quite a number of major players. So I just also feature some real-life example so as to give you more idea. Okay, as you see on the picture on the left-hand side, it is a destination marketing organization from Hong Kong. So they create a top tourist product called the VR time travel set into the old Hong Kong. So because the city is very proud to manage and to market nostalgia as a branding strategy, so they use AI in that perspective. And in this example, you can also see airline company EasyJet. So they use AI to optimize the crew scheduling by analyzing the crew availability, flight schedule, and other factors. So by doing that, the airline can reduce a lot of time and effort to manage crew scheduling while ensuring flights are adequately staffed. And since my project report Sasaki is more about luxury hotel, I also include two examples from luxury hotel all over the world. And as you can see, the first one is the Peninsula Hotel. So they have used chatbots and chat, and it is used to provide a 24/7 e-concierge service to the guests. And the customer find it very handy because they do not need to download an additional app, because the pen chat can interface with any other instant messaging application of their own smartphone, like Facebook Messenger, WeChat, Line, or WhatsApp. So that they can book spa reservation, suggest itinerary on a very handy manner. And then more importantly, because of the industry, we also think there's some different cultural background and different languages. The chatbots can also ease the language barrier as it fluently converses in a multitude of languages. Another example on this slide is about the Four Seasons Resort Hotel. And they have quite an innovative use in the industry, is that they use AI help to reduce food waste. So the AI application tried to pinpoint and identify the key sources of food waste. So just in the first 6 months of the application, it has reduced the food waste by 50% by value, which is equivalent to about 46,000 USD. So you can see that the use of AI in the industry is quite extensive. And then we move on to the scholarly understanding of AI in tourism and hospitality as an academic discipline. So after doing some investigation, there is a videometric analysis. They have studied 30 years of research relating to hospitality and tourism industry. And the period is covering from 1991 to 2021. So from this research, it says that the topic of AI in the industry is very new, but obviously its growing attention is foreseeable. And at the beginning, in the very initial stage, we didn't really see a lot of work in AI and tourism. And these work are very technical basis. See, for example, they do time series analysis, decision tree, and neural network technology on tourism demand prediction and intelligent transportation system. Starting from 2050, research area began to attract some attention. So shopping assistant robots and interactive service robots are very popular context for investigation. So it gives us some understanding on tourism experience, perception, and understanding and acceptance of using AI. And 2020 is a very important year to us because the number of journal publication record a very steep growth, of course, because of the pandemic outbreak and also the rapid technology updates. So research interests become more multi-dimensional. So topics like the use of big data, how to use big data to do marketing activities, and intelligent tourism recommendation system have become very popular. And also, this study also tells us that academia from all over the world have very keen interest in this topic. Scholars affiliated with American and Chinese university are the major forces contribute to the research. But other developing economies, such as Australia, Germany, South Korea, and Spain, are also vital contributors. And hotel appear to be a very popular setting for AI study. As for other players in the market, like museums, zoo, or theme parks, their research is still very limited. Okay, so I talk about that AI is very widely used, but what do the customer or do the traveler think? Do they really like it? We don't really have a lot of data, but I found a report earlier this year. 200 hotel guests has been interviewed. Asked about, okay, whether you like AI or would you want to use AI? And here is the figures. 58% of the guests feels that AI can really improve their overall hotel stay experiences. And 65% of travelers they want to see very cool, very state-of-the-art, very trendy AI application in the hotel. And 70% of the guests find that chatbots are very helpful for some simple inquiries. Like they prefer to ask chatbots about the operation hour of different hotel facilities, or Wi-Fi password, and also scheduling without calls, rather than talking to a human staff. But then they think that, okay, if I really need to have some more complicated requests, talking to your staff instead of the AI would be much more preferable. So I think these figures tells us that generally they're really open to embrace AI. But what are the factors that really motivate them to use? And why are still some travelers are holding back? It has some more scholarly literature can try to answer these questions. Okay, so this is a very this is a literature that I would say this is a very seminal papers on the predictors of AI adoption intention. So there are 6 predictors that's find to be affect people adoption intention of using AI applications. On the left-hand side, you will see the perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness. These two constructs are very established construct in a very policy technology acceptance model. Perceived ease of use is about how a person, a hotel guest, thinking that using AI would be easy and free of effort. So if the jurors think that, okay, this is easy, then I'm more likely to adopt this. And for perceived usefulness, it is about whether a consumer think using a particular system will enhance the performance of the task. So if they feel that the system is helpful to solve the problem, they will use it. Okay, then the third one is technological anxiety. So it is found to be a very vital psychological factors. So if the consumer have a feeling of fear or apprehension, then they don't want to encounter within technological system. And this one to me is quite interesting and professor. So it relates to the characteristics and behavior of a human being towards non-human things. So when interacting with technological system, some people will try to compare themselves and with the system to see whether they have some similarity, whether they have some common features. So if the system can do some small talks or do some conversations, then customers are more likely to reckon that the tools are very valuable and engaging. And the next one is perceived trust. I think the break, all the three presenters have also mentioned that the trust in AI is very important. And also in the context of tourism and hospitality, because we have to give you our personal information, like our passport details, the credit card information, so that we really have to trust the system in order to think that, okay, we really decide to use it. So some issues about privacy protection, quality and security of the information and services provided by the AI application should be considered. And the last one is perceived intelligence. So this is talking about how competent, how knowledgeable, and how sensible the AI application are in order to provide effective outputs. So customer is likely to adopt AI if it provides a solution with very limited interaction. So they don't have to do a lot back and forth in order to get things done. Although I mentioned that there are 6 predictors, but contextual factor should also be taken into consideration because overall, tourism and hospitality business is all about people. And one of the factors I would love to talk about is the generation. So the baby boomer has traditionally been the primary tourism demand segment. But then the MC generation, the millennials, and the Generation Z are anticipated to become the next major target audience. And as of this year, 2024, this group of MC generation are aged from 15 to 44 years old. So they are digital native people. They are very likely to adopt technology and AI application and AI facilitated products. And this generation was brought up in a very different environment than the baby boomers because they have experience with memory recessions and high inflation rates during their upbringing. So they are very careful in spending their money. And they prefer goods and services that can reflect their own personal value and to have a very fun environment, fun consumption experience. So as you can see, a good down the road prosumer. So they don't want to be passive as a consumer. They want to be actively participating in producing and consuming the whole experiences. And the MC generation is also more self-aware than their predecessor. So they want to see products and services that offer a sense of self-exploration, some emotional enrichment, and also intellectual stimulation. So which means they require high level of cooperation and personalization. So they are very much interested and triggered by limited time, limited quantity, and selectively available products and services. So, and one study also figured out that they really like the experience of metaverse, and they see as a parallel universe to the physical world. And there's a very successful cases I want to share is 2 years ago, Case Divide, they launched a competition on the metaverse platform about the phone case design, and it received 50,500 entries. And then the top 3 winning user design cases has been sold on the Metaverse platform at the same time in the live retail store. And then the event was considered as a very big success. And most of the people entering this competition are actually from the MC generation. Another contextual factors I would like to talk about is culture. Culture is big when it comes to tourism and hospitality industry because we are an industry that receiving guests from so diverse background and cultural values. Culture directly influences the way people think and act. And it is defined as the collective programming of the mind, which distinguishes the members of one group from another. And because we serve people from all over the world, so that's why it is very important for us to identify culturally unique dimension for AI adoption. So here are some empirical findings. Customers from high uncertain avoidance culture, they don't want to take risks. They don't like to take risks. So they think that perceived trust is so important. And this is the most critical factor. And customers from high power distance culture, they don't like to tolerate search failure because they are so afraid to lose space in topics. And some more empirical research also tells us that Asian travelers expected to be treated as VIP because they have very strong belief in high power distance. And then Asians also tend to have greater emphasis on personalization compared to their Western counterparts and they're more likely to adopt AI if they perceive it can bring them greater benefits. So based on some literature review and understanding, I want to highlight 4 insights for the industry practitioners to consider. Number 1 is to understand your customers. And yes, I think we all agree that AI is trending and it's opened up lots of new possibilities for the business. But does it mean that adopting AI will guarantee customer satisfaction? I think it's quite debatable. Say, for example, the use of AI to hotel would present a dilemma. Because hotel places very high value on personalized customer service, especially in luxury hotels. We are so known for exclusive and tailored experience. The essence of luxury hospitality lies in personal touch and attention to details, which means that luxury hotel guests, they value human interaction rather than interacting with applications. And they will downplay the role of technology in the whole overall experiences. Empirical research also tells us that immersive AI would diminish the perceived luxury value from the customer perspective. So getting your market segmentation rights can give organization some insight to optimize their efforts. And the second insight is to cultivate a digital-ready culture. So hospitality, after the pandemic, we are starting up to use a lot of AI application, and we see the merits and the benefits of using this. But right now, majority of the hotel brand and franchises, we still do not consider it as a core part of our product mix and core competency. So there are a few reasons because, say for example, we have limited budgets and resources constrained to implement a digital strategy. And second, many hotel brands, they do not operate their own hotels, but then they franchise the brand to hotel owners who are often viewed as the investor. So it could result in a misalignment of the digital strategies. And also, many hotels, they base on their IT strategy about some specialized software packages tailor-made for the hotel industry, rather than having a holistic and fundamental transformation of their service experiences. So the integration of service automation may depend on the required tasks, ranging from some really routine tasks or to some really high-level tasks request high-level social awareness. So there are some key questions hotels have to think about that clearly. Say, for example, what type of tasks can remain require human-machine integration? And what type of tasks can really be replaced by AI? And what are the factors will affect the customer acceptance of using AI? And when embracing AI, technology will not be a business function only. It will become a strategic imperative. So it implies that technology has shifted from a behind-the-scenes necessity into a vital strategic component of the organization. So the whole transformation process may involve new people, new set of competency, the remodeling of the business process, and also the introduction of the new business model. Okay, the third point here I would like to talk about is the investment in AI-powered service solutions that offer personalization. Because of the industry nature, it's very information intensive. We have to maintain a very regular and constant communication with the customers. So for the past decades, enormous amount of investment are powering into handling customer inquiry and complaints. But still, we see a lot of customer dissatisfaction comments on our survey forum and on the social media websites because service encounter by nature is emotionally charged. And conversational AI could be a new way to go because it can provide real-time service. Due to this ability to automate interaction using natural language, conversational AI has been used in customer operation. The merits lies in providing immediate and personalized response while maintaining a consistent brand voices regardless of the languages or the location of the customer. So conversational AI can achieve unmatched personalization precisions, and this task can hardly be performed by a human agent. Okay, last but not least is to involve more size critical touch points. In terms of experience, a hotel stay will spend across all three stages, already pre, during, and post. So organization have to highlight some critical touch points, which Professor Zach here at the early beginning also mentioned that we have to identify those critical touch points. That could be some current pain points about the customer delivery. So it can be conveyed through having visual tools, like for example, human figures, identity proofs, for example, human associate names, and also conversational proofs that involve the use of human languages. So organizations have to also think about the interplay between culture and technology when it comes to using AI. And say, for example, for Asian, human-like robots to give them a sense of warmth and personal touch. And also, the communication style also matters because according to the cultural context theory, people from high context culture prioritize like more indirect form of expression when communicating a service failure. So when you have to talk to people from low context culture, you may use very upfront, very explicit communication style. But for people like from high context culture, like Chinese, Japanese, and India, you can be using more subtle expression even with the robots. And okay, I'm going to be very quick about some research agenda. So AI is big, and I will point for more research agenda in this topic. So most of the study have been focusing on customer and service robots, but in our industry, we have been saying happy staff, happy customer. So employees is also considered as an internal customer of a hospitality business. So their opinion also matters. And then given the wide range applications of AI, can provide a fertile ground for multidisciplinary study. Say, for example, tourism and marketing, and engineering and business school. So that's why they can have some synergy in terms of understanding the more application. And then most of the study right now is lacking of empirical data. So I will call for more empirical investigation so that we can advance the theoretical understanding in this topic. So that would be all my presentation, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Louisa, very much. I think we got a question here from Abdullah. As AI capabilities in hospitality continue to advance, how can the industry strike the right balance between AI and, if you like, the personal touch? Because this is a very important thing in travel experience.
Yes, I think this is a very important question. For hotel, we have branding and positioning is a big topic. So I guess it's really depending on the brand and the priority. Say for example, right now, Professor Saki and I have been focusing on luxury hotels. And actually, I have tried to contact different luxury hotel brands, and some of them are still really hesitant because of using AI, because they feel like that, okay, we really want a personal touch. But then some hotels are really thinking AI would be very helpful in handling the data. I think some of the presenters also mentioned that data is key in the AI application. May not be doing on the customer service, but on the back end, I mean data and AI could be the way to go.
Thank you so much, Louisa. This